Hey y'all, I am working on getting supper ready, and I'm making something that has been a much requested recipe lately. I've shown it a few times. It's our sausage and cabbage bake that we do, but I've gotten several messages over the last couple of weeks of people wanting the recipe or trying to find the recipe. Speaking of, I'm pretty sure I saw an email where somebody had asked for the recipe, and I was going to go back in to reply, and I cannot find the email anywhere. I have looked and looked, so if that was you, I sincerely apologize. I have tried and tried to find that email, and I can't. But I'm going to show y'all today how we make it. I'm getting my cabbage cut up right now. Kids are over there playing. And I thought we'd do a little bit of a story time while I'm making this, because I got a pretty neat little story that I want to share with you. So I'm going to set the camera up where you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll tell you my story. So what I'm doing right now is cutting up this cabbage just in little pieces. This was a pretty big cabbage, so I don't know if I'll use all of it. If I use a smaller cabbage, I usually use the whole thing. We'll see. We'll see how much I use. And I'm going to put it over here in my baking dish. Papa just left, baby. My dad and stepmom were here. He's still looking for his papa. I love raw cabbage. I could have half of this eaten. I'm going to start putting this over here in my baking dish. I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven too. I'm going to start it out at 400. I may have to turn it up to 425. I was actually vlogging today, and I was going to include this recipe in the vlog, and I'll probably still include some clips of it, but I decided to go ahead and just make it its own separate video. That's way it's easy to find and point people to. I might do about half of this other. Then the chickens can have a snack. So, do you see these? A couple of weeks ago, we were over at Justin's mom's, and they had been cleaning up an old house back behind her house. It's where Justin's grandparents had lived. It had burned years and years and years ago, while Justin's mom was still a kid, I'm pretty sure. And there was just some stuff still there, and they were cleaning it up. Well, in the midst of cleaning that up, they were, finding treasures. And there were some bowls and different things. I've got a few more that I kept and brought them home. I was like, I saw that one. I was like, oh, I just really love that. That is absolutely my style. So I brought it home. It was this one right here. It was covered in like pine sap, and it had been sitting out. So I think we figured it had been sitting out like 40 plus years, just sitting out in the elements. Cutting up my sausage now. If you can get Kaneka sausage, it takes it to a whole new level. This stuff is so good. You could use any sausage that you wanted in it, but if you can get this, I highly recommend it. So I saw that plate, I loved it, and brought it home. Now, I don't know anything about old glassware or antiques. I just know things that I like. And I knew that I liked that. And I don't think that these plates are worth a ton of money, but oh, the stories they can tell. So anyway, I brought that one home and decided to clean it up, and it took some cleaning to get it cleaned up. And just a few days later, let me adjust this so the lighting's a little bit better. I don't know if that's any better or not. We're working with the afternoon sun coming through the window. But just a few days later, I was over at my mom's, and she was showing me some things that she had, and she pulled out she pulled out this plate. And this was something that she had gotten from the woman that I'm named after. It was kind of like a grandmother to her, very much like a grandmother to her. And her name was Susie Savannah, and then that's where I got my middle name from. And this was something very special that Mom had gotten of her things when she passed. Actually, I think she gave this to her. I could be mistaken. Correct me, Mama, if I'm wrong, but I think she said she gave this to her before she passed. But Mom pulled this out. We were standing in her kitchen talking, and she was talking about some of the things that she had, and she pulled this out, and I was like, oh my goodness, that matches what I just found over at Justin's grandparents and cleaned up a few days before. Is that not the neatest thing? And how special is that this is from Justin's side of the family and this is from my side of the family? That was just really special to me. And the way it worked out that within just a few days of each other, Mom was like, if you will take this and take really good care of it, you can take it and have it. How special is that? I want so badly to get some plate stands that you can hang on the wall, plate holders, and put these in and hang them up. I'm so worried that they might fall off and get broken. So I haven't done it, but they're so my style. They're so special to me. I mean, having them just sit in the cabinet too, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see if I find something secure enough that I feel comfortable with it. Watch out, don't bump it. Yeah. But that was just so neat. I thought I would share that with you and how that worked out.
Hey.
Swap knives. This one's a little bit sharper. Justin had...
Hey, Mom, I'll eat this.
Well, let's not eat that piece. I'll get you a piece in just a second.
Hey, Mom, what's this?
Here.
Mom,
I'm going to swap knives. Justin has just sharpened a lot of our knives, but I'd already used that one. It needs to be sharpened again. So I'm going to get the sausage all cut up, and then we'll show you what else we're doing in the baking dish. Go play. Now the only other things I need to put in here, so easy y'all, is 2 cups of heavy cream, a tablespoon or so of Worcestershire sauce. I don't ever measure it. Some garlic. I use some onion powder and salt and pepper. And that's it. We'll cover it for the first probably 25-30 minutes and then pull the tinfoil off and let it go another 10 or 15. I'm using this minced garlic because I had it. Sometimes I use garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic. The flavors within this, the spices you use, you can tailor it to what you know your family likes, how much garlic you know your family likes. I put in a couple of teaspoons of garlic. Now I'm using some of the green onion powder that we dehydrated from our onions. You could use regular onion powder. You could even use fresh onion. Cooking for your family at home allows you to make food that's tailored to what you enjoy. And then some salt and some pepper. That's what I'm putting on ours. And then, like I mentioned, I never measure the Worcestershire sauce. I just shake a little bit over the top, probably 1 to 2 tablespoons, and then 2 cups of the heavy cream. I'm going to gently stir this together to combine it. As it cooks down, you can stir it if you want to. A lot of times I just cover it, put it in the oven, take that tinfoil off, aluminum foil, take that aluminum foil off those last 10 to 15 minutes and just let it do its thing. Don't fuss over it too much. Never fails. I usually have cast iron in the oven that I forgot was in there when I preheat it.
Hey, Mom, I'm ready.
Now this usually takes 45 minutes to an hour, and I leave it covered for the first at least half of it and then uncover it. And at that point, you're really just looking for the cabbage to get as done and as soft as you want it. If you have any suggestions on how I could display these, let me know. I would love to hang them beside the hood over the stove. I would just want to make sure that they felt secure, that I felt like they were secure. My other thought is putting them on the shelf over the refrigerator. But I don't know. We'll see. Y'all let me know. What would y'all do with them? Where would you display them?
I may need with it.
Make you a lizard?
Yeah.
I'm not real good at this Play-Doh stuff, but I'll try.
Okay.
This one's gotten a little dry. It's been sitting out for a little while.
Yeah.
Play-Doh's dried out. That looks more like a squirrel.
What's this?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I just snitched a bite and I had to blow it. I had to blow it. You see it? It's bubbling. But I had to go ahead and try a bite of it because, well, I say try it. I knew what it was going to taste like. I just really wanted some of it. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before we make plates. The sausage gives it just enough spice. The cabbage is nice and tender. Just feels so warm and like a really nice comfort dish. Let me just tell you, this has been a huge hit. This dinner has been a huge hit for our family. It can feed a crowd. It's delicious. We've had it all summer long, but I think it'll be the perfect fall dish. But not only is it a crowd pleaser here within our family, but we've gotten where we take this to church get-togethers and family get-togethers, and everybody's always asking for the recipe. So I wanted to be sure that I shared it with you all. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. Are you not going to say it over there? Say bye, y'all.
Bye.
He was watching his... Here's another one. He was watching his daddy cut the grass. Audrey actually cut the front yard for the first time today. And Justin's just doing some of the stuff that Audrey wasn't comfortable using the mower around just yet.